Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm back again with another dragon deck I'm updating. I'm going to change this series a little bit because I had a request to look at another card I did. There isn't a dragon, but that will be happening. We'll get that done. But I've actually found some extra time this week to record a fifth video. So here we go. And these are a little bit shorter because they're repeats. Little story first. Precons started coming out a while back. 2017, I think was the first one. And literally everyone at my friendly local club at that stage, we didn't have a store in my local area, didn't want this card. I did. I love dragons. I've always loved dragons. I've always been a bit of a Timmy. And so I picked up, obviously, the Dragon deck. And I've had it kept exactly how it is ever since. I have never changed it. I've never had to. But on MTGO, it's a little bit of a different level, because we do get cards that come in. You do want to play them. They're a little bit easier to pick up, and since I don't want to destroy my Dragon deck, I've been playing them a bit more on MTGO than I have otherwise. So as part of the update series with Tarkir Dragonstorm coming out now, I figured it was time to look at the Dragon again. So here we go. Here's what my Dragon deck on MTGO now looks like, so get ready for it. Some of it has stayed the same. I'm going to be really honest about it. We've still got Dragon Lord's Servant, but I've now updated it to include the Mimic, because we might as well choose dragons and just make them bigger as they come in. Dragon Speaking Shaman is also part of the original deck I had on MTGO that I covered a while back, so that's still here. But then we've got Nogi Draco Zealot that you saw earlier this week. That's had to go in the deck as well, just to help us cut the cost of our dragons down. As has Sarkhan's Solar Flame, to even make the dragon spells cost even less. The first one of the dragons we've brought in from Tarkir that I really like is Nerev, Heart of the Storm. If a creature you control enters this turn with deal damage, it deals twice that much damage instead. This is lovely with one of the enchantments, so you know which one I'm talking about when we get there. I've gone with Betor, the Kin to All, because we should be able to get our toughness at the beginning of our end step up to 40 with the amount of dragons we're playing quite easily, so we can get everyone to lose half their life rounded up. Botwing Marauder stays in purely because I like having the extra +2/+0, which is nice. The Bonehorde Dracosaur makes an appearance to give us either a little 3/1 dinosaur, some treasure tokens. Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest comes in as well. When it attacks or enters attacks, exile the top X cards your live or X is the number of creatures you control, power 4 or more. And then you can play those cards until your next end step. So, you know, bit awkward, but hey, we'll try and get there. Otherwise, we just do 2 damage for everyone we exile. One of the new cards, Goldlust Triad. Played this in the stream earlier in the week, and I still think this is just great. Myriad, get the combat damage in, get the treasure tokens in. No issues with that at all. Goldspan Dragon makes a reappearance as well. And I kept Rith, the Liberated Primeval, in to make sure we can give all our other dragons War 2, which makes them a little bit harder to deal with. Shaco, the Paragon of the Way, makes an appearance as well, because we do have a lot of things that cost 3 or less. I'm looking down here at some of the things we've just been talking about that might have been killed off by the time we get to 5 mana to play Shaco. We could just get them into play again and have a copy of them. The Wrathful Red Dragon has made its way onto the MTGO now, and yeah, it's just as broken as it is in paper. So, you know, whenever a dragon you control is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target that isn't a dragon. Yeah, okay then. Ancient Copper Dragon for the treasures, that's still in from my other version. Hellkite Courser also makes an appearance now from the new set. When this dragon enters, you may put a command you own from the command zone onto the battlefield. It gains haste, and then you can put it back in your command zone at the beginning of the next end step. This plus the Dragon is a bit silly. You can put this into play, you can attack for the Dragon, draw those cards, put another dragon into play, and yeah, then put Ergo back in the command zone. Now I think it does mean you get the command zone tax on it, but hey, yeah, okay, we might win the game this way. Lathis is here as usual to give the 5/5 dragon creature tokens when another dragon enters. Miram had to be in. Ugly version of Miram. Switch printing. Nice version of Miram. There we go. Select that one. Thank you. Because we do want to make other token copies, you know, especially if we're doing the trick with the Hellkite Courser for the Dragon with Miram in play. That means we do get to keep a copy of Miram and the Dragon in play, so I can't complain. Ramos, the Dragon Engine, is also here, just to give us that extra ramp, which I do love. Stormscale Sinian also comes in from the new Tarkir Dragonstorm set, because we're going to be getting dragons bigger and storming them. Yeah, okay. Ancient Gold Dragon also makes an appearance, so we can get the Fae, so we can carry on. Keeps picking up the random sets versions. I should really check these before I do the video. Sorry, everybody. Right, there we go. So we have our fairy dragons as well. Tarkir the World renders in just to give all our dragons double strike when they attack. Balefire Dragon to do the damage. Bladewind the Risen to bring one back from the graveyard. Broomcaller Scourge is also in, because who doesn't want to put more damage, well, more dragons into play off the back of this hitting. Canopy Gargantuan just makes all our lovely dragons massive as we go through the game. Drakoseth the Maw gives 10 damage divided how we want. Old Gnawbone gives us treasures. And Tiamat, yeah, Tiamat's gone in price recently. I think we all know why, but we'll get to it. Ureni, the Unwritten, is also in as well, just so we can do the whole sort of like semi-dragon bit, which is nice. Ancient Silver Dragon to make sure we've got no maximum hand size. Ureni, the Song Unending. I just like this card, really do. The deck I built a while back, really having fun playing it, and in here it just makes even more sense. And then the Hellkite is also in to give us even more dragons. So, yeah, very dragon heavy, as you can imagine, in this sort of deck. Sorceries, lots and lots of ramps. So Farseek, Nature's Law, 3 visits, Ranger's Path, Sky Shroud Claim, and Tempered Discovery all stay the same as they were before. I have added in Patriarch's Bidding, just so if our dragons do go to our graveyard, we can just bring them all back for 5 mana. And I've also added in Perenation. Now, this is quite nice, because if a dragon gets killed off, you can just leave it in your graveyard, you've got this in hand. You've got to take the risk that it doesn't get countered. I'll hold my hands up to that. But if you can get it back in, that means the dragon's got a hexproof counter and is indestructible. I can't fault this card in this deck at all. It goes in on great on any dragon whatsoever. I have just realised, yep, I didn't put them in. I haven't put in Terror of the Peaks and things, so I've taken them out for now. Deal with it. Artifacts, Mox Jasper makes an appearance coming in from the new Tarkir Dragonstorm set. Mox Tantalite, Soul Talisman, Elixir of Immortality, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Farewell Stone, Mind Stone. Dragonstorm Globe is very nice because it does give our dragons a little bit of +1/+1 boost. And then we have Herald's Horn, we have Patchwork Banner, and we also have Urza's Incubator. So we've got loads of ways of reducing the cost of our dragons. Enchantments wise, well, Dragon Tempest is here, it had to be, you know that. Gives all our creatures with flying haste. Smothering Tithe is a game changer that stays in, though I'm now sitting here thinking, do I take this out and put Terror of the Peaks in? Maybe, but we'll leave the deck as it is for now and try it out. All Out Assault comes in from Tarkir. Creatures you control get +1/+1, have Death Touch, and when this enchantment enters, if it's your main phase, there is an additional combat phase after this phase, followed by an additional main phase. When you next attack this turn, untap each creature you control. Yeah, okay then. Obviously, Call of the Spirit Dragons is a no-brainer, and this gives all our dragons indestructible, and then we get to chuck around +1/+1 counters. And if we put +1/+1 counters on 5 dragons this way, we win the game. We should be able to do that quite happily, not a problem. Mirari's Wake still in to help us get our mana going. Dragonback Assault comes in as well to give us a little bit of board control alongside some dragons that we can drop. And yeah, the reason that Tiamat has gone up so much in price is purely because Dracogenesis has appeared. With Tiamat, if you're not sure, you go and search your library for up to 5 dragon cards not named Tiamat, each have different names, and put them in your hand. And then hopefully you've got Dracogenesis in when you've played Tiamat, and you play all 5 of them for free. Yeah, Tiamat is going up. Pick one up now if you haven't already. Lands, we have the usual selection. I haven't changed the land base at all. There's nothing new in here. We have all the triomes and tri-lands, or cycling 3 lands if you want to call them that. We have all the things that come into play on tap, search lands. We have one of each basic just in case we get hit, Path of Ancestry. So nothing there has changed at all. I am really sitting here now and thinking that I do need to put in Terror of the Peaks. But I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe. But, oh well. Hey, that's the way it goes. Anyway, I'm not going to do the big sign-off day, so we all know what the Dragon does. But that's my new version of the Dragon. When I play it on stream, you may see Terror of the Peaks back in, but I might play it this way to see how it goes first. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the update. I know I did an update last week. I've done one this week. Whether I'll get a chance to do one next week or not remains to be seen. But we'll keep going. I'll just get them in where we can. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the bonus Friday video. And I'll see you very soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.